9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust left behind. Let's find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey everybody, I hope everybody's doing good. I have Jam here with me. I muted her, I think. Here, I'll unmute. At least I'm trying to unmute her, but anyways, today's lucky winner is Chloe. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Hey Libby, Misty, Luminous, I see you. Hey, everybody. Oh, gosh. Yay, Ziggy and Jam. Jam, can you unmute, please? Thank you. Jam, unmute.
Tell me you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
It's okay. It was my fault because I muted you during the intro, and I think that screwed it up because I saw when you added it, you're muted again, but I saw when you added it, like you weren't muted and I could hear you. So,
I'm going to try to put my headphones on so that you can see if you can hear me. Okay.
I hear you fine now.
Okay. But I wanted to do it so I can hear you better on my headphones.
All right.
No, I just get, my goodness, just give me a minute.
Are they the, yeah, but are they the, I hate
They're
those.
like, I don't know. I don't know if they have a mic. I don't forget it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to not do that. Never mind. Let's get this party started.
It makes it hard to hear the people, but you can try. We can try to see what it sounds like. It might be fine. And if it helps it make it easier for you to hear, then yeah, try it.
It's all right. I don't need to really. I just
might be fine.
Someone said to go read.
Huh?
Do what? Go read.
I just noticed a lot of time. Go ahead.
The Circle Jerks post. Someone told me to read their post. I don't know.
Oh, I don't care about them.
Either.
I'm not going to read their post. But you can, if you wanted to try to use their or use the headphones, that's cool too. If you want to try. It's not.
I'll try. I'll just mute myself until I'm ready.
I just don't want you to not do it because you think I don't want, because what I said. But if it doesn't give any issues, then it will be fine. Okay. Hey, Brandy, Yova, Coco, Cotton. Hey, MG, Mrs. Fletcher. So yes, I am well aware of some the things that are being said and going around. It's of course expected, but of course disheartening to see that some people are still playing on this agenda, like trying to change reality so they can make money off of, my pain and everything I've been through in the last 2 years. I have a protective order against this person. Like, a judge granted it. I had to show proof. There's got to be a reason. Like, What do people think? Like, judge just handed it to me. It was by default. That does not happen when it comes to non-domestic situations. You have to prove your case. On top of that, I don't even know how anybody can say anything about me going real live. This fell like straight in my lap. I was live and he came in my chat in front of everybody and started trying to frantically get a hold of me. I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I don't know. This could be, but I knew a couple years ago he had tried to reach out. So I was like, fine. Yeah. I was like, I wanted to know some things. Like I had some questions and I knew that he would know the truth. Like what type of stuff she's really been up to. And, so I figured, like I said after it, that it was very likely that they could get back together. Like he could have been just very upset with her at the time. I very much knew that this definitely could happen. And I do have part of the call recorded as proof. It definitely was not somebody on a voice changer. I talked to this guy for over 2 hours and he knew details about everything going on in this. Here, let's play the minute and a half, this minute and a half clip that I have here. From our conversation. I've never had something like that happen where my phone, like the phone call thing didn't, like Fred called twice and today, and they're both recorded. But anyways.
Sorry, I put him, I don't have.
Here he is. This is.
Oh, no. It was my little brother.
So.
I got my little brother coming here because I'm scared somebody's going to break into my home. Okay. Well, when I got to the back porch, that box was open and my ladder key was on the ground. Now, the only reason why I know it was her is because she knew I was going to be gone that day a lot longer, and she knew the key was in the box.
Wow. So, do you think that she would be? Do you think that she would do? That she would like try to get you jumped or something, or do something crazy like that?
Yeah, she's gonna have to come up here. Listen, she told her own son that she was gonna have somebody steal shit from me so Brian would fire me. She been trying to keep this house, right? She had Brian believe in everything. Brian was gonna kick me out and fire me and let her come back, right? Until I showed Brian everything that I had today, okay? And she was going to bring that motherfucker back here because he's living with Scotty. 5 minutes from her mom's on Petersburg Road.
Wow. So no wonder she wanted to go to her mom.
You can ask me always. You can ask me anything you want, anything. Anything you want, and I'm going to tell you.
I wish I would have messaged you early on, but I was seriously scared of you because I thought you were really scary like her. Like, I mean, see, I'm serious. She's like the most evil person I've ever met in my life. She has not left me alone. I do not talk about her.
That's the clip that for some reason, his brother kept calling, his brother Jason kept calling. They call him Jamie. So 6up's ex or boyfriend, whatever he is now, his real name is James. I guess he goes by Jamie at times. And he kept switching back and forth to the other line for his brother who was on his way over there. And he did send some screenshots. He sent some things between him and her 16-year-old son where, yeah. You guys, I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask for any of it. I didn't ask also to have to be harassed for 2 years and have to get cameras and get a protective order and had to like completely go off YouTube because people were like spreading lies and like harassing me so bad when Jim just passed away, contacting Jim's family like within days of his passing. Like, come on. How is that okay? Are you there, Jam? I know, it is crazy. Like, I don't understand how anybody can find it okay or make excuses. Oh, I'm still sick feeling. And I still feel like kind of sick. And that's why I'm sniffling even more than usual. Yeah, I know I sniffle. I know I'm not on fucking drugs. Like, come on. So, yeah, I've had CPS here like numerous times because of her. She lives an hour away. My window was broke out of my fucking car. Do people not understand? I don't know for proof it was her.
It's like they don't care.
I know. It's like they don't care. Like, it's okay because it's happening to Ziggy, and Ziggy can handle it. Ziggy can handle it. It's okay. We can make money off of it. Ziggy won't, hurt herself. She's, she's
Well, they're
strong
not going to
enough.
make me feel sorry for 6 Up. You can't be serious about your sobriety and use at the same time.
Well, supposedly she's not using, according to, which is, I don't care what she's doing. I don't. And I don't care to talk to that dude ever again. And at this point, I don't want back and forth on their shit. I don't want anything to do with her. Seriously.
It's like beating a dead horse.
If people would just leave it alone, it would just die. Like, I would just if you would stop, people would stop making excuses for bad behavior. It's insane. Just because they don't like me or something, I could not believe like some of the excuses like people were coming up with, or the lies that they were putting out there, or trying to gaslight. And always like the only things that they have on me is they talk about like my couch or my drapes, or just my playing with
your
my
recliner
hair
or whatever.
I know. Like, are you serious?
If that's all you got, people,
bullying.
you're sad.
That's bullying. That is not reviewing. That's bullying. What is wrong with people? Sit there and critique everything about everything, instead of my actions.
Exactly.
No, they have to pick apart everything else, like, because they have nothing. They're just mad that all you guys have to do is live truthfully and be honest, and good things will happen for you too. Like, just continue. I just continue doing the next right thing. I am as honest as oh my gosh.
And if
I
they're
don't know
trying
how
to say that this was some kind of setup, if they're trying to say it was a setup, then if they set you up, then that makes them just as despicable as they were. Right?
I haven't even mentioned 6 Up for freaking months. I don't talk about her. And that should show people, like, if that was a setup, or which it wasn't, but if it was, I knew it was probably, they were arguing at that time. And I knew it was going to be short-lived like that. I know how this shit goes in those tumultuous relationships when people are in active addiction. Okay, so I knew that they were probably both using as I'm guessing. And I don't know. He could be abusive AF. They're both probably abusive AF. I am not making excuses for this guy or anything of what he might have done to her.
But you didn't contact him. He contacted you.
I know. He contacted me and was begging me to contact him. Like, it's in my chat on Empress Ziggy. Like, he came in my chat. That's how he contacted me. It wasn't an email. It wasn't had he emailed me and stuff privately, I don't even know if I would have responded, because he was so adamant in Empress Ziggy, and I was I thought about it, huh?
And he was acting all suicide, he wanted to unalive himself and everything else. We were trying to be nice to the dude.
Yeah, I know. I was really, I talked him down for 2 hours, dude. I was basically the whole call was me talking him off a ledge. He was like acting like he was like, it's like he was like claiming yesterday that, or the day before, that he was wanting to unalive himself. So he supposedly wasn't actively like that, but he said he was. And so, and he was crying like a baby, like straight up, guys.
I don't think it was a setup. I think it was him. I think he was angry. All their people keep saying, oh, well, he was an ex. He's probably lying. Well, maybe not, because sometimes more truth comes out of an ex than anybody.
Well, he could be lying on some stuff, for sure. I mean, or exaggerating, because when people, I'm not saying like this dude's like, I'm just saying, you know,
it just shows what she is, and it's not okay for her to attack.
The only thing I find, you know, proof, like, or anything that's even type of worth anything from that conversation with him is the screenshots he sent me between him and her son. But it's something that, it's a 16-year-old son, so, you know, it's a minor. But in it paints a pretty sad picture. So I don't want to get involved in their shit. I don't want to, in their family stuff. That's like all messy crap. I have, you know, and that's what they did to me when Jim was dying, or when Jim
they
died.
got in the family crap, and that's not what you do. But now they're trying to act like you got in her family crap. Just because someone sent you messages between two people isn't you in their family crap. You didn't post those messages.
No, I haven't posted those messages. I showed a couple of people. I showed you. I don't know if you even had a chance to read them.
Yes, I did. I read them. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of facts in there, and it's a really sad reading.
So we're supposed to believe he is being manipulative and not her when he has validated things you've long suspected, right? You know, I don't know why people aren't using their common sense. I'm not going to mention like certain channels, but I was like disappointed in a couple people, because like I just didn't think that I thought they were smarter than that. I thought that they were better people than that. But no, people are trying to capitalize off this and make money off of it. And, you know, go ahead, take over. You guys take over it. I don't care. I seriously don't. I just want her to leave me alone. I wanted answers about the shit they did to me when Jim passed. That's what I wanted. I wanted to know if she was calling CPS on me. You know, I that's this type of stuff I want to know, the real life stuff. That's what I was asking him. You know, stuff like if he knew if she ever came over here, if she busted out my window, stuff like that.
And you have a right to know those things. He wasn't
saying yes to everything. He said no. He goes, no. He goes, I swear on everything, I did not bust your window. And I don't know that she did, but like, you know, she has this other boyfriend that she was seeing while I was in prison, and he's an ex-gang member or something. And I was like, well, you know, like he was insinuating like he was a dope boy or something. And so like, I was like, wow, then it must have been him, because she said she was going to send her gangster boyfriend, you know, to pay me a visit.
I like, that's not, that.
Is that okay? To send your, is it okay that she tried contacting my parents and my sisters? He knew exactly what my sisters looked like. He described my sisters to him, or to me. He described everything. He knew everything about me. Everything. I mean, I was talking to him like I knew him, you know, for years, because he knew so much about me.
It was him. They can play like it wasn't, or that he was lying, but I'm not buying.
Of course, the whole call didn't record, you know, of course. but I have enough of it, and it is what it is. He even kept saying over and over, I don't care if you're recording this. I told him all my calls are recorded. So
I just didn't like the way the people in chat were coming at you and saying things about you. And I went at a few of them pretty good, and I probably am considered a bad girl now, but I don't care. I get tired of people lying, and it gets me angry.
I know. Like when I heard you on some panel yesterday.
Purples.
I was like, oh yes. I was like, everything you were saying like was so, you just know the situation so well. And it was, of course you're my supporter and stuff, but you know, like almost better than anybody, exactly what I've been through. Better than
I
Mo.
listened to you cry. I have listened to you grieve. I've been there for you, and I have heard, and I've listened to those people, and I know the truth, and they do not.
Yeah, we talked on the phone. You heard me. I mean, it was horrible. It's been a night. It was a nightmare. What they were. I mean, they were doing it purposely, and it's not okay, guys. But now they want to turn around and somehow turn this all around. Like I'm the bad guy. I'm the horrible person. I'm, oh my gosh, here Ziggy is again, like, doxing or something. Even though, I mean, come on, guys. What am I supposed to do? Take it after abuse?
They're like, how does Ziggy go after 6 Up? Why would she do that to 6 Up? Oh,
I have a protective order against her. That a judge ordered. Do people not understand that? Does she have a protective order against me? Has anything like that? I mean, come on. There's no proof. Like, I heard somebody calling me. I heard this one person calling me the biggest liar that they have ever seen. And I'm like, what? I've been nothing but transparent this whole last 2.5 years. My whole life has been out there for everybody to see. And I think that's probably, kind of what put me in this situation, is so much of my life being out there. But people, like, they love to make themselves feel better about themselves and put others down and compare themselves to others and make themselves feel better by putting somebody else down, so that makes them feel better or better than the other person. And it's sad. We should all be working together. And I was really disappointed in one creator like that I thought was a decent person.
You thought she was, she'd been in your chats?
Huh?
She'd been in chats and been friendly in chat. You never knew she had that attitude towards you.
No, but it's not, I don't, the thing is, these people's feelings aren't really, I don't think they're real. I think they do it for just something to talk about or money or whatever. But you were about to show some hands yesterday, September. The tarot link, empressiggy.com. The channel speaking on it doesn't even know the whole story. You might be thinking of the wrong one that I'm talking about. I don't know, Queen Bee, if that's the one you're talking about. I don't know. I heard that whole thing though. Like, I heard little bits about it. I hear more like, I did hear though that it ended up Pearl getting kicked off the panel and stuff. I don't know. I know there was a lot of like hate against me in there for a while, and it got turned around a little bit, supposedly.
I got kicked off because I was mean to Benny, but Benny was mean to me, so I was mean back.
I pray for them. It's sad that they must be this miserable and lonely, that they need to do things like this. They need to focus. Yeah. And it will just, guys, I'm going to move on and just do what I always do over here. And we're not going to continue on this thing. I mean, Obviously, the guy is playing games, like, and is still like somewhat involved with her and going back and forth. You know, he's still in love with her. And I don't want in all that mess. I don't want in that drama at all. Like, that is not anything near what I've been focused on lately. I have other hobbies and stuff. I really don't care. I just wanted some kind of, there was questions I've had, you know, for a very long time. And I knew he had the answers. He's the closest person to her.
I'm glad he gave you the answers. And if anybody
And
doesn't want to believe that, then that's up to them. And it doesn't really matter at this point. We need to put it behind us. And I defended you, as I know many others did. And they don't want to listen. They're not going to hear the truth.
you're a bit too trusting of some people, especially a creator that premiered some of your stuff today, and you trust a lot. He could have controlled his channel better. Yeah, I know people are concerned about, like, some people, like, I heard one person yesterday, one of the jerks saying, somebody sent me this where she was saying over and over how much AB hated me and, oh, he's just like using me or whatever, or blah, 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 or this and that. Right now, I don't care. Like, me and AB don't need to be best buddies at all. I think AB allows opinions. Usually, a lot of times I don't know. I don't know why he it's just, it doesn't bother me though. I mean, right now we have a common interest. It's
I
not
think
hate.
he is bothered by all the hypocrisy of it.
Yeah. He doesn't think trust me, I'm sure he has a lot of like, I know he talks negative about me sometimes, a lot of times, but I don't care, guys. What have I always said? I said, if you're fair and if you're fair and you'll attack everybody, or not attack, but if you'll review everybody with the same, the same,
with the same
mold,
attitude, or not playing favorites.
Yeah, and be fair. Like, I don't expect for people to agree with everything I do. I don't care that AB or, occasionally or speaks out about things he doesn't agree about me, or, sometimes makes jabs. It does not seriously bother me because of how he handles it. He doesn't go real life. And
he's honest, but he's not real nasty. Not like be.
Well, not in a real life way. He's
It's
just
okay
trying
to be honest, but don't be mean.
I mean, AB can be an asshole. Trust and believe that. Like, and I'm sure I'll be pissed off at him again, and probably, I'm sure, but at some point in the future, I don't know. But right now, like, why make a problem where it doesn't exist? Him and I are getting along just fine, and it's okay. I'm not BFF with him or anything like that, but we do have a common, currently, like a common, I don't know how to, not interest.
A common interest.
I don't even call it interest, like common belief.
Yeah, belief.
Or worldview. And a common belief or worldview. And I think we're just connecting on that. But that's just one little thing out of everything. There, we're just connecting on that little thing. It's not hate bonding. It's just we're working a little bit kind of together. And so, yeah, I was going somewhere with that, but you have, well, thank you, Kathy. Hey, Nicolina. I mean, I was hoping to have him send more, but I could tell, like, yesterday he got kind of quiet, like, and I wasn't going to beg the dude for anything. Like, I don't care. I didn't reach out to him. I could have reached out to him a long time ago and tried to contact him like they did Jim's family. But I didn't. He reached out to me.
It's just heartbreaking to me that they have relentlessly come after you and are still acting as if they're in the right. And they know they're not. They know they're not.
Yeah. Somebody, I'm looking through the comments here real quick. Just because I'm... Oh, okay, yep. I know I've never seen you around ever in my life, and you're in here under a fake name. But yet, right at 30 minutes when the amount of time I set my subscribers only at, I'm pretty sure you're a hater. It doesn't speak, I alluded. It's not, it should speak volumes to you that Six Up put her child through that shit. She's even admitted she's was abusive mother. Please, people, stop. Go stick a carrot up your head. Oh, thank you, Nicolina. Tiffany was in here.
Do what?
I said Tiffany was in here.
Was she?
Yeah, supposedly. I guess that's what they were saying. I'm looking. Somebody sent me something here. I'm checking out. What the hell is this person talking? Somebody sent me an email just now, and I don't know anything what they're talking about.
What's it say?
It's talking about green eyes and stuff, but they're like, she's going off on me, like as if I did something wrong. I don't know. This person's nuts. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, I am. Right, Southern Bliss. I am. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm not, I'm not with all those games like, oh, here, let me, I'm done with her. She's a horrible person, and send me this stuff and get me involved in all that drama and shit. I don't want involved in that stuff. The only reason I wanted to talk to him was why I was willing to even reach out to him, like respond, is because I wanted to know if she was calling CPS, the same, if she broke my window, all those questions. Oh, Nicolina wants a link. Okay. Oh, thank you, Nick. I'm just going to continue standing. I just stand in truth. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to people or lie just because people don't want to believe the truth.
They won't believe the truth. They want to believe what they want to.
Is that really Nick?
It's me.
Okay. Just making sure. I know Benny's on the prowl lately.
Yeah, he is. I wanted to say hello, but I want to tell you I'm proud of how you've handled this. Yesterday, of course, people were blowing up my Discord and others going, oh my gosh, you got to go watch Ziggy's. And yesterday morning, I actually was captivated by the entire live stream. And I was
Oh,
like, wow, you know what? I think you handled it correctly. And Six Up does not get any sympathy at all. She has terrorized Ziggy, and
yeah.
Ziggy sent me her Dropbox with everything she had on Six Up, and it was amazing. Um, the documentation and how she has attacked not just you, but Purple Phoenix, and I'm not a huge fan of Purple, but it was an obsession
Yes,
from
it was
Six Up.
obsessive.
Yes, it was like the way Constant Sue is obsessed with me. So
Mhm.
the amount of times I heard Six Up accuse you and Purple of being on drugs, and then to find out, and you gotta, from my point of view, listen, this guy reached out to you because he hit his breaking point with her.
Yeah.
Nobody is gonna go to that length to call you to make stuff up. He answered your questions and he gave you legitimate responses. I'm not saying that this guy does not have a history of abuse or bad behavior, but he went so far as to coming here to contact Ziggy. That to me, I I have to give him a round of applause. And Six Up, she took the shit way out by like hiding her channel, and she's gonna try and play a victim. No, Six Up, you don't get to do that when you have made Ziggy and Purple your victim for a very long time.
Yeah, I have. I mean, and a court ordered that she was harassing me or was stalking me. I mean, to the point of signing the protective order. I had to prove that. They act like I just got that by default. You can't get ex parte
No,
on
you cannot.
non.
It's very hard. It is
She has been
very, very
obviously
hard.
obsessed. She has been so obsessed. It's really sad for her to have that much concern in Ziggy's life.
Oh, absolutely agree. Ziggy, now people could say the same about me with my kind of obsession about Ernie Shell, but he's a bad actor every day, all day. Ziggy just pissed Six Up off. That's all this was based on.
Yeah, he says it
Um,
was just because I want to take her to Tennessee. Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
right after losing somebody that you cared deeply about, and she wanted to be throwing a fit like a toddler over not going to Tennessee. Like, Ziggy, I think you handled it with class. I know you mentioned you recorded the call. I don't know what you're gonna do with that.
Well,
Me
it didn't
per
record except a minute and a half of it. So I played.
Oh,
I know. I don't know how the hell that fucking happened, but
well,
I played what
I think it's a good idea. I think it's good. Maybe that's the universe telling you that it probably wasn't a good
I know.
idea.
I know, right? Well, my calls are all always automatically recorded with an app, Cube ACR.
Hmm.
It just does it without me knowing. But so it's automatically, but for some reason this time, like it's weird. He kept switching back and forth to the other line, and I only got a minute and a half of like it's weird. I don't know why. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was recorded, and then I was live. I was like, well, I have the whole call recorded, and I went back to my recording app and I saw
It
the
was
only minute.
it was a universe intervention.
I was like, this has to be a sign that I'm just not supposed to have it. So whatever,
And you don't
you
have to
know.
you don't have to beat this to death either. I think you exposed enough of you. What he confirmed is what myself and the Mean Girls assumed about Six Up. Because she was a big part of the reason why we fell out with someone in the Mean Girls. It was like, this woman is manipulative. She is lying. She is playing this victim. She takes the stance of victim every single day while victimizing other people. It was so cringe. So she'll be back. Give her a couple days. She's going to come back, and she's either going
Yeah.
to be
You already
humbled,
see,
but
you already see
what's
he's
that?
backpedaling. Did you supposedly he left comments under somebody's? He's like now saying, "Oh, that wasn't me. It was my friend with a voice changer that called her." It was all supposedly, and those comments have been.
So what he's doing right now is, my guess is that it's not just a one-way street of toxicity in their relationship. It's a two-way relationship with a lot of toxicity on both both people. And they probably both do a lot of attack and retreating within their own relationship. So he's gone on the attack. Now he's retreating back. She's probably gonna, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of dynamics in dysfunctional relationships like that. And he took an opportunity, albeit it being impulsive, by reaching out to you. But that answered questions for you and people like myself and our Mean Girls community. We had so many concerns about Six Up that it just solidified that our gut was right. She is still actively using she's dogged on people for using Suboxone, but she's using how many strips a day?
3. The maximum
Right.
you can get.
Yeah.
3. His on top of hers. She's in selling them. And he gave me her doctor and everything. Like, why did he give me the doctor? I know her doctor. I mean, like, yeah, he was like crying, and he also said something about that chair. Do you know how much she took in for that chair by chance? Because he said she didn't get it, and that everybody was right. She scammed for that chair. Well,
no, I mean, she gives off the scamming personality by, I mean, someone bought her a laptop and gave her money for a chair and a lawyer.
Yeah, that she didn't get none of the. Well, she got the computer, but what's funny, he told me a story of how she would hide it. Like when she was, I don't know, she would hide it, and she was on Xanax one time and hid it and couldn't find it, and then was going to go beat the neighbor's ass, and he had to drag her in by her hair because she was like half naked, Xannied out of her mind, not knowing what's going on, not realizing her computer was right under her couch. Going to beat somebody's ass. I wish he would have let her ass go down there.
Well, I mean, my understanding with Suboxone, you should not even be taking a benzo. It's dangerous.
Right? Oh,
it can be deadly. It can be deadly.
Yeah, right.
They're strict about that. They're very strict about that. If her doctor knew, and they are about benzos. That's a zero tolerance with anything opiate. That is very dangerous.
I mean, depending on how you want to do this, you could call the doctor and lodge a complaint, or me personally, I would call the DEA office for her state and explain her criminal history, the allegations her estranged boyfriend is making, that she's selling Suboxones. Now, I personally know that in my area, because it's discussed a lot, that people do sell their Suboxone strips for like 30 to 60 a strip.
Yep.
Now, I don't know that because I buy them. I know that because of a neighborhood watch I am a part of, and they do busts and when the police do their busts and it gets publicized, and the undercover narcotics officers will do interviews. That's a lot of money. And if she is selling that, which is a tightly controlled substance, it should be reported to the DEA, not her doctor's office, because things get lost in the shuffle. I mean, if you want to forward me the information, I can make the call to the DEA and explain, who the prescriber is, who the patient is, and what we know based on an estranged relationship, because what she's doing is pretty much helping other addicts.
Yeah.
And that's a felony.
I wanted to ask him several times, but like I wasn't on there to try to, sit there and preach to him. So I didn't be like, why haven't you?
You didn't have to.
He's
not going to report her. He's a close contact. I mean, he's probably part of it. would be my guess. I don't know, but
They
she
were a
needs help.
couple.
Yeah, she needs help. And I think calling the DEA with all of her information, that will flag her name and date of birth when she goes to fill the prescription, and it may prevent her from filling future prescriptions.
Yeah, I mean, if they can catch her with the benzos in her system or whatever, yeah, they'll cut her off immediately. They do not. That's the one drug they do not tolerate.
I would like to tell Crystal that Suboxone is not safe. Suboxone is highly addictive, and it's another substance that replaces the previous substance. And it's very hard to get off of based on anybody that I've ever heard talk about it trying to get off of it. So it is
Yeah,
not safe.
I was on it before I talked about it. That's why I know so much about it, because I was on it. And that's why I heard the people saying, oh, why does Ziggy always mention her 20s? She's stuck in her 20s. She wants to. No, I don't want to go back to my 20s. My 20s were hell. Yeah, I had some great times in my 20s. But when you're in addiction and you're using and stuff, and you're out like around these types of people, think you're partying or whatever, you get into some bad situations. I don't want to go back to my 20s, guys. I talk about my 20s because I try to help people with my experience. And yeah, I'm a support a recovery coach. I'm certified in that. So I do know a lot about addiction and stuff.
Right.
And I talk about the 20s.
Ziggy, I don't want your audience thinking I'm judging if they use it. That's not what I'm stating. Suboxone is safer than heroin, clearly. But I've heard that the withdrawals from Suboxone are just as hard, if not harder, than heroin.
Yep. True. It's just, it is. That's the big downfall, but it's much, in my opinion, much better than methadone. But still, you shouldn't abuse it. It's not to be sold. It's not to be mixed with other drugs like Xanax. That's extremely dangerous. So, and people who don't have a tolerance to opiates, if she's just selling them to them, it can be dangerous. Suboxone can be dangerous, to somebody who doesn't have a tolerance.
I have a dear friend. She's doing her residency right now. She went through a really horrific car accident, and they had to remove some ribs. I mean, like a really bad orthopedic injury. And she was addicted to opiates, and she was able to get off the opiates with the Suboxone. But then she became dependent on the Suboxone.
Yeah.
And it was hard for her to get off those. I've told people my story. Ziggy, I was taking 3 Norcos daily for years because of a neck and shoulder injury. And
I thought the dogs were heavy breathing.
No, I'm sorry. My dogs are being little beeholes right now.
Oh, you're fine. I couldn't figure out what it was for a little bit.
No, but I one day said, you know what? I don't know if this is real pain or my brain telling me I'm in pain. And I decided to wean myself, and I did it. 0.5 milligrams every 3 weeks. And it took a couple months. But what I found was by doing it the slow wean, I ended up not having chronic daily pain, because it was my brain tricking me into thinking that I was having chronic pain because my opioid receptors wanted to be bound by the hydrocodone. So I think, I was on them from 2011 until 2014 when I was like, I'm done with this. I am literally addicted to this. In a physical sense, if that, I took 15 milligrams a day, and you build a tolerance. So for me, that's nothing compared to some of the other medications people are on that have to come off of. Benzos are more dangerous. Yeah. I think 6 up, if she could get herself really clean,
Mhm.
We wouldn't see such, she's like what we would call a dry drunk. She isn't using her substance of choice, but she's acting like an emotional alcoholic in her behaviors online.
Yeah. She's acting,
So
yeah, mental. So she's not balanced. Something's off there mentally as
absolutely.
it. And I don't know if it's, well, I do know I believe she's using, but that's,
I
I
do
don't,
too.
and he
Is
said
she in
she is.
rehab, as they say, or are they lying?
Oh, the rehab is that clinic, the Suboxone clinic,
That's not
Well, that's
rehab.
not rehab.
because you have to do, yeah, that's what I know, but
I
that's
get
what
so sick
they're
and tired of
saying.
people thinking that's
Because
rehab.
you have to do one group a month or something like that, or one counseling appointment a month. So a
Isn't
lot of
that called
people,
maintenance?
yeah, it's maintenance. But you go to these groups, but like it's only required like once a month or something, and it's a group thing usually. It's just they have to satisfy the requirements of Medicaid
It's
and stuff because
Ziggy, you know
it's
my situation with my son, and you know that he, yeah, he's in the Suboxone program. He's definitely not in rehab.
yeah,
I'm sorry that you're going through that.
It's hell. I'm telling you, it is. I
I
don't even want to
was
talk about it because I'll cry.
I was
Because
married
I'm a big
to
damn
I was
crybaby.
married.
But
Yep. Nope. Don't. I get it. If it was my child, I would.
I can't think
Uh,
about him as a child. I can't think
yeah.
about him when he was a little boy at all.
yeah. It's my
It
biggest
kills
fear that I'll
me.
have to deal with that with my daughter. I that's my biggest fear. But yeah,
It sucks.
yeah. So, I mean, if used right, yeah, it can be good. It could be good. It could save, but yeah. Anyways, what
I'm
were you
gonna
gonna
drop
say?
down. Thank you for
Okay.
letting me come up. I just want to tell you I'm proud of how you handled this. I
Oh, well,
hope
thank
this has humbled Six up to maybe she needs to reevaluate what she
you. Yeah.
does on YouTube. Maybe she can start covering people on TikTok and find new content. So
Yeah.
Nicolina,
you did
thank
great.
you.
You're
Yeah. Thank
welcome.
you.
You two ladies have a lovely evening. I'll be in
Yeah.
chat.
You
All
as
right.
well.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, that was nice. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because it does kind of, sting a little bit to hear people that you never really saw talking shit about you, like all of a sudden calling you a liar, like the
Yeah,
biggest
it
liar they were.
hurts.
So my
It
son is
just
a 31.
it's hopefully they'll go on with their lives and forget. They just need to go on and quit talking about you and worrying about you. They don't
This is
if they
so
don't like
wrong.
you,
You
don't
are
watch
going
you.
off. Look at this comment. This is so wrong. You're going off hearsay with no. That's what the heck. What do you mean? I have screenshots from him and stuff. Yes, I do have proof, and I talked to him. What do you mean? Proof? I don't need. I just want her to leave me alone, Bluebird. I don't care what the fuck she's doing. Just leave me alone and leave everybody else alone. Stop obsessing about people. It's not healthy. She's acting crazy. I have to make sure. I have to tell my daughter to make sure she doesn't leave any of the doors unlocked because this psychopath lives an hour away. It won't fuck. I mean, she's scary. She is obsessive. Gosh, people, I have a protective order. Why don't you guys seriously? The court of law has told her to stop. Are you guys above the court of law, Bluebird? Are you above the court of law? Like something? I mean, I mean, why do you think she got that? That was ordered by the judge.
What does
Oh, I lied,
Bluebird
right?
consider
I'm not
hearsay?
clever. I lied. Oh yeah, like I just went in there with my words only. 8 o'clock. Hold on. I'm gonna oh, well, thank you, Diana. Thank you guys so much for being supportive. The ones, I am not trying to go do what they did to me. day in and day out when I was grieving Jim's loss, you know, I'm not going to just like rub this in, and just kick like she did me. It's tempting, but it's, you know, it is like really, it's really disheartening when you see people still like enable her and make it seem like it's normal behavior and that I'm doing something wrong.
Well, that's
When
kind of
told me I'm not.
like the jerks. That's kind of how they do it, though. They want to uphold people. They tend to really get behind the grifters and the scammers and hold them up high on a pedestal. And then when they fall, they're like, "Oh, we didn't know. Oh, we didn't know." What? How much were you getting for that?
You know, people know like exactly what they're doing to me. I mean, they know that what they're doing is not right. It's just that some people are so prideful. Now, some of these people truly, I mean, because they are still confused, I believe, and don't know the truth. But most of them just want to dislike me and just want to keep the hate going towards me. They love seeing it. They love the drama, you know? And also it brings numbers, like when people review Ziggy and stuff and talk shit about Ziggy. So,
but it's okay for those other people. The people that talk shit about you, it's okay.
Purple, you want to come up on panel? Because I need to get a drink and I don't jam to get.
She doesn't trust me to hold the panel together.
No, I just don't want to abandon you.
I know. I love you. I'm just kidding. You probably.
I know that some people, it's not your, like.
It's not my thing.
So but it's not as natural to you. What is this? Hold on. Oh, look how, let me show this, it looks like Penny just came into chat. Did you guys see, hold on, let me, I haven't seen her forever. Hold on 1 second. At least not on YouTube. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys this. That's really nice. All right. 1 second. Penny was here. Most people here believe you, and you can't. Oh, that's fine, Purple. You're good. You're good. Did you see the screenshots I sent you, Purple? I just want you to look at the screenshots I sent you. We stand with you. Look how many people are here for you, and just 1 or 2 who have been sent here. This woman is a nutcase and needs mental help, obviously. Yeah. I know. You guys are amazing and stuff. I try to keep it I try to keep a good mindset and keep everything in perspective. Like when I see this, like, you know, these review channels or whatever it's supposed to be.
If you need to step away, I will run this.
Thank you, Libby.
This steam engine like a.
Okay. It would take 30 seconds. There you go.
All right.
Start counting.
All right, guys. Talk to me. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but I'm here.
All right. See,
I just had to chat a little, just a little.
They can sit for 30 seconds, like, without sound. It's fine. Hey, look, Justin counted down to 23, 22, and I'm already here. So, they're going to keep trolling and talking about it more. You show it gets under your skin. That's why I won't. Yeah, I won't. It doesn't. It's just, of course, it's like I don't like seeing that stuff when people send it to me. So just don't send it to me, guys. As far as like when people are talking, unless it's something I absolutely need to know. I don't care about it. If it's somebody like in here that is frequents here and they're talking crap. Yeah, I mean, I want to see it. Yeah, it will hurt because it will bug me probably, but that way I know who are really my real supporters and who aren't, because I don't like fake people. If you either,
Yeah, don't be all up in love with me and then behind my back talk smack. That's
yeah, be
cool.
real. Just
Yeah.
that's why some people that talk shit, that do talk shit, sometimes I see talk shit, why a few of them still get to be in this chat is because they don't fake the funk. They just like, at least they aren't two-faced. And they, as long as they're respectful in this chat.
The funniest thing I heard today was that I am Prayer Garden. That is the second time that someone has accused me. I must be pretty mean when I get into chat because they think I'm Prayer Garden.
Thank you, Sasha. Somebody sent me some video. No, you don't sound like Prayer Garden at all. So that's
I know.
weird.
I don't know why. Someone said, "Why your church picture the same as Prayer Gardens?" I like that church picture. Is a picture I painted. It's not like Prayer Gardens. Yeah, weirdo.
Wow. Who? Oh, I don't know if I should play. I don't know. Wait, hold on one second.
Justin, I love PG too. I'm not being mad, but I just think it's funny that people are accusing me of being. Maybe I am Prayer Garden, guys. That's who it is. You picked. You figured it out.
Yeah, I saw Whistle. Wait on that until I talk to you, okay? If you don't mind. I mean, unless you already put it up, but thank you so much, Sasha. I'm super talented to be on PG panel with her. Oh, you must be super talented to be on PG's panel with her. What? Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah,
but this is what I want to show you guys real quick. Hold on. Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't going to say anything important.
I was in the middle of, I was going to show this message from Penny if it would, okay. My internet's kind of being wonky. I have a new internet provider and it's worse. So Penny says, Ziggy, you were the one person who called me out of the blue to ask if I was okay. I will never forget how that made me feel or what that meant to me when many should have didn't. You are a good egg. Thank you so much. I know, I was shocked to hear, like, I thought, a lot of those.
That was really sweet.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear that nobody had been reaching out to her when things fell apart with her and Benny. Was crazy to me. Because she had there was a lot of friends that she had in that group.
Yeah,
but,
she kind of got.
Benny is too. He's manipulative. So, some people are under his spell. Thankfully, a lot of them have seen the light. You're blessing with some holy water right now, Justin? BB Diamond, do I owe you a reading? Or I promise I'll do you a reading next time I see you on my channel. Somebody said I promised you a reading or something, and so I don't want to renege on that. Penny is definitely a very good person. I don't care what anybody says. I haven't seen anything to the contrary, like personally, and until that, like, absolute proof, then she's
See,
very,
that's how
like,
I
one of the
feel.
honest people around here.
That's how I feel about people. If someone is good to me, I'm good to them. And if you're not so good to me, I might not be so good to you either. That's just how it should be. And I might be nice
Yeah.
to you even if you're not nice to me. I don't know. It just depends on how mean you are.
Which Penny, she went by Fizzle also.
She got tore to pieces, bless her heart, and that wasn't fair to her. I think she was somebody's scapegoat.
I know. And I would tell her, I said, just sit back, watch. I'm telling you, you're going to have your vindication. Just like the same way, with this whole situation with Six Up. What my time in the circle jerks, I just knew, because I knew what they were doing. I knew the truth. I knew I was, being honest and stuff. And I knew over time the truth would come, truth would come out. I didn't have the energy to fight it, at that time with Jen's passing. And so, yeah, I just waited. I knew over time, even though there's still people trying to rewrite history or change things, or it's still people not believing me or whatever, it's still, there's a lot more people seeing the light than there were, at least.
I made him mad. I finally got thrown out of Queen Bee's when I asked that Chris lady about her situation with the exploitation of that child with H. Remember when that all went down? So I said,
Chris, Chris, like, is this
the same Chris? Same one.
Chris, like Kriss?
Yep.
She's crazy. That girl's crazy. I've seen her say some really crazy, like, she's not okay. And that's why
I know. She got really mad at me for saying that and got thrown out.
What'd you say to her? Oh, about the child.
I asked her if she could please explain how she was involved in the exploitation of that child. And, that's what I heard about her. It must be true. And then, boy, she started getting mad because she didn't owe me no explanation on nothing, blah, 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 And I'm like laughing my butt off thinking, oh, my, well, isn't that the same thing you're doing to Ziggy when you say, oh, it must be true?
Well, you know how it goes. There's a double standard here on YouTube for some things are okay for one, but not another. And I think why people so hard attack me is, for one, because I am an honest person, or I constantly speak about honesty and how important it is. And I think people want to so bad prove I'm not an honest person, just because how much I promote, like, honesty and integrity. They want to prove I'm not as good or I'm not this good person like I say, That's
you're not
all
perfect. Ain't none of us perfect. But most of us try to be decent people, but they act like you're some kind of 6 Up, like you act like 6 Up. Well, I don't think so. 6 Up acts vile and mean and says horrible things about people and doesn't hold back. Hell, I'm like that. That's why I don't have a YouTube channel, because I'd probably get mine cut out. Mine would get taken off.
I'm so glad I got to know you better. I hope everything works out. I hate to see the fighting. Thank you, Lena Me. And thank you, Tawanda. I saw you in here too. It's good to see you. Which people would learn, or it's funny that some watch Ziggy just to leave hateful comments. No, I don't hate Bond, guys. And it's just because I'm cool, communicating now with people who in the past I may have not been like so cool with. It's just trying to be an adult, you know what I mean? And not to have all the anger inside of you and hold on to stuff that is really like petty. And anything here on YouTube is going to be petty compared to real life. But the thing is, these people are going to real life. They're sending CPS here. They're, sending agencies and stuff. And my window got busted out of my car. Could be, I guess, completely unrelated. Could be a neighborhood kid, I suppose. But I had to get cameras installed because of this, which is fine. You should have them anyways. So, I just don't think people can't watch everything. They don't understand, but also there's just some that just don't want to understand. They don't care. They don't care if I'm over here suffering at all, or if lies or my life is crumbling for their entertainment. They love it. It's sad. It really is. But
I was told
Hmm.
that I was going to wreck Six Up's sobriety. That my things that I was saying was going to cause her to use again.
No, her behavior, it's her
And I'm like,
responsibility.
really? She's that worried about what I got to say?
She sure as hell doesn't hold back on what she says.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how they can defend her, but they continue to do so as if she's some kind of saint, just like they did the others. And look what happened. It's going to happen again. And I can't say
Again and
that
again
I'm
and
not.
again.
We told you people, and you didn't listen the first or the second. Now, are you going to bucket the third time too?
How many times do they have to take an L? It's not like I said, it's not a competition, and I think that's the thing. They want to win so bad. Their pride, and it's like, just I won't even talk about it. Just leave it alone. Let's move forward. Let's focus on something more productive, And I don't have any reason to continue speaking really with Six Up's boyfriend. But if I have proof to show that she's lied, I'm going to show it. More than likely,
Exactly.
it's tough. I'm in a tough predicament, and it's probably part of the reason why, I don't know, might be why he sent those in particular. Because the one person in the conversation is 16. So what the hell do I do?
What do you do?
I don't know. I sent them to a couple people to see what they think, and it addiction sucks hard as fuck. I know firsthand. I pray for Six Up when anyone else struggling. I don't want to see anyone hurting.
Well, addiction is bad, and I'm sorry if Six Up is in the place that she's in. I hope she does get the help that she needs.
I hope she gets help, because so she'll leave people, so she will not further victimize people. That's why I want her to get help. Like, at this point,
I know how painful addiction can be to an entire family. And if she's causing the kind of pain that our family is suffering from, then she needs
which
to go
she
get.
is, because you saw it. You saw it in those messages.
Exactly. She needs, exactly. It says, Ziggy, exact same thing. Exactly. And the thing is, she needs to go into an inpatient rehab. And people need to stop saying, oh, she's in rehab. No, she's not. Get it right. If she's not in a
She's in the
facility.
same thing as Cam is in. The same
Exactly.
exact treatment that Cam is in. Except Cam is now on methadone.
What aggravates me is people want to pretend like that's fixing. You need therapy. You need help. You need to fix your brain. It is broken by disease. Now you need to figure out how to fix it. Because addiction affects your brain. It damages it and damages it every time you use. And that's all I'm going to say.
I'm sure Jerks will do. Yeah, I won't respond. I mean, not at this point, since I haven't got like anything else from him, and he's gonna, if he's gonna start playing games, like I'm not going back and forth and being like trying to prove that it was really him I talked to and stuff. That's stupid. I know it was him, and he knows it was him. It wasn't his friend with a voice changer. Come on, people. Come on, use your brain. Do
It's
I ever
called
come up
damage
with
control.
excuses like that? When do I don't ever have any type of crazy excuses like that. Oh, that wasn't me. It was somebody on a voice changer. Or that screenshot's fake.
I think that it's called damage control. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's got some blackmail on him. They have blackmail on I'm sure they blackmail each other, so who knows what she threatened him with. But yeah, until she wants to change, it's just like I mean that's on her and stuff in her life, but she's affecting others and she's affecting this community, and I'm tired of it. It's been going on for way too long, and people think it's okay because it's done to me or Purple. You know, people they don't. It just doesn't even. It's not even right, guys. It should be the same rules for everybody, all the way around.
And when people accuse, the way she always points her finger saying you're using, and the jerks, the way they act, I don't understand. They can't see the difference in you and her and how she behaves. I don't know why they can't see that.
I don't know. I think that they think I'm like self-righteous or something. I don't know, but it's not that at all. I'm able to put I am very empathetic. I'm very sensitive.
I know you are.
People. I can't purposely go out of my way to hurt somebody, like day in and day out, like she did. I can't. It's just I'm not capable. I don't even have it in me to do such a thing. Like, to me, thinking of doing that sounds so exhausting. Even thinking about, doing, showing it always sounds so it's just exhausting, these things, even like this. But I know what happens when you don't respond about, like, when big things like this happen. I mean, I'll respond but this is it, probably, because
yeah, we got to cut this off. We're done. We got to pretend like they just don't exist.
Like I've been doing, but I just wish that.
Well, you do better than me, but I got really upset today, and I'm sorry, but they were just ruthless, and it just made me crazy. I just was like, daggone it.
Somebody emailed me and told me that somebody. Oh, thank you, Penelope, for donating 5 memberships. Somebody emailed and told me that they saw that 6 Up got $100 donation for this supposed chair she was going to get. And then on top of that, somebody went and purchased a chair for her, supposedly. The one that she was supposed to purchase. So bad people want her to, I think people like support people like that because they hate Bond. And like that, her supporters who don't like me just so bad want to hurt me. So they'll help her lie and, lie and try to confuse everybody. Yeah, don't believe anyone or anything. Tell them to fuck off and don't call us. We'll call you. Thank you, Story, for being a member for 14 months, though. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not opening all these old wounds, right? Exactly. You know, the past is a past for a reason. I wish she would just, I wish we could just like all just go on, but people love, um,
Drama and pain.
they love like trying to hurt me. And for some reason, it's acceptable in this community. It's acceptable for me to be harassing people to go beyond and beyond, above and beyond to hurt me. But for some reason, I can't even come on here and ask people to stop or get a protective order or put out proof that they're lying. That somehow makes me a fucking bad person.
I don't think it makes you bad. I get tired of seeing them beat you down and then acting like they're justified. They're the ones that act condescending and like they're righteous.
Sit there and talk about my furniture, my drapes, my dog, my, anything else but what's important.
I don't have the best furniture. I don't have the best house. I don't have my house isn't
These
fancy.
are new fucking couches.
Ziggy, you saw my famous swimming pool. You know how fancy I have a swimming pool, but let me tell you something. It's country AF. But does that make me a bad person?
Right, JPG, they are because it's like a group. No. But see, that's all they have. That's what people should notice. Like, people should notice these things. Like, you guys, if you compare the type of stuff I say to the type of stuff they're saying about me, it's like all their jabs is very, like, superficial. It's nothing, that sticks or any absolute proof of me being a horrible person. It's sitting there talking about me playing with my hair or, the way I talk or, what I'm wearing or how I'm moving around or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you move too much, you're on something. And if you don't move enough, then you're all on something. If you sniff one too many times during a live, you're on something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you know what? I was listening back to my live.
Did you hear a gunshot?
No. I was listening back to my live, like, I don't know, a while back, and I was like, man, I do kind of sniff a lot, and I don't know. I think it's probably allergies, I guess, especially at night.
It could be. Get you some Flonase. Flonase helps with that.
I don't use that all the time because your nose gets addicted to it.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. Don't do that.
That sounds stupid, but you get addicted to, I guess not your nose, but your body gets addicted to it and you have to have it or you're constantly sniffling. It will make it worse. It's kind of like what
shoot, that's not good either.
Yeah, it's kind of like
how about some Zyrtec? Zyrtec will work.
Oh, thank you, Stormy.
Because you only have one bathroom, Purple, for goodness sakes.
I only have one bathroom. I only have one bathroom. There's more content for them.
I have one bathroom, but one of my bathrooms don't have a sink. So there you go.
You only have 1.5.
I have 1.5 bathrooms. It has a tub, but not a sink.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Then that's
it's a laundry room bathroom combination, so that's even worse.
As a toilet.
There's a toilet and a tub, but there's no room in there for a sink because we got to have a place to wash our clothes. So there you go. We're really, really bad people.
Yeah, I did talk to Fred. I'll talk about that here in a second. Yeah, I have okay, not only do I just have one bathroom, here's some more content. Oh my gosh. Where it's positioned, it's in between the two bedrooms. So in order for somebody to have to, if they came here and need to use the bathroom, they have to walk through one of the bedrooms to get to it. Man, that's some crazy content. Whoa.
They'll really be going at you for that.
They have a bathroom that is accessible, is way more accessible than Ziggy's. Oh my God. Ziggy has a Jack and Jill bathroom and that's all she has in her house. Oh my God. What a loser. Oh my God.
You would think she was still in her 20s the way she's living.
Yeah, she just wants to live in her 20s. She just wants to be 20 again. She wants to be addicted to drugs again and, be depressed. And yeah, that's surely what I want. My life is like way better spot than I was in my 20s because I try to learn from my mistakes. Sometimes I have to learn the same lesson a few times before I get it.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I'm going to get down and let you do your little Fred thing if you want to.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll be listening and in chat. And thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you for coming up here. And I appreciate you so much. Seriously. Just don't give yourself a heart attack over, seriously. I appreciate it. I do. I cheer you on when I hear it, when I do hear it. But I don't want them stressing you and targeting you and looking into you. And it's just crazy.
That's true. But that's okay because I'm Prayer Garden. Remember that. Everyone needs to know. I use a voice changer and I say everything. That's who I am. Don't forget it, guys. All right. Love you. See you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. The jerks are miserable and misery loves company. I've never heard such hate-filled and cankerous women in my life. Well, except my granny's quilting bee. So Purple says, talked about my office being in my basement. These people need to get lives. Hey, Jude. Is things going better for you? Do the old country way. Go outside and pop a squat. Oh my gosh. I'm about to bite my daughter. My daughter and her friend freaking dared each other to go outside and poop outside like a dog. You got to be kidding me. Puppet Trader, I talked to him on the phone for like 2 hours and it was very clear. Like he was talking about all the stuff. I mean, it was him. And plus I have screenshots and stuff he sent me, text. So, and he was just confirming things I already knew. It's nothing really even, you guys, none of this is really new information. This is stuff that we should already know. So here, shuffling cards. That's my new, what's it like? What's those toy things called when you sit there and mess? Fidget. It's my fidget thing. Don't tell her business. I know. There you go. That's really good. Oh my gosh. That's going to be their next topic. Ziggy has her daughter go poop in the backyard like a dog. Okay. Watch, it'd be okay for them to sit there and watch. I guarantee they'll talk about it. It's okay for them to talk about my daughter, right? But Ziggy even thinking about showing some of the texts that were sent to me that had a 16-year-old in it talking, oh no, we can sit here and read H's text and everything to Candace. But still, I don't want to get into that I don't want to get into her business though like that anyways, especially when it comes to that family shit and that drama with, I already know that her life is in shambles. I've known this for like since I've had to do a lot of research on her because this chick has been so obsessive. People don't get it. I have the phone number. If anybody knows his like real number, I could verify that. But that's if he used his real number. Or I don't know if I don't know. I looked it up and it didn't come up any like his name or anything. What allegations are serious, perpetrator? Did you, in all due respect, have you, do you say the same thing to the 6 Up when she's accusing me of being on drugs and stuff? I mean, just wondering. As long as you're fair about it, that's cool, but that's what I can't take about this stuff. It's like all this stuff about they say about me. People don't even ask for receipts at all. They sit there and just cheer them on and just talk shit. To the person emailing me right now, I will go back and read it. But you've sent me these crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. And yes, I do remember talking to you on the phone once, and you were I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not calling you out. Nobody knows who you are. Doesn't know your screen name or anything. Yes, I'm responding to you right now live because you're emailing me currently while I'm live, telling me said I would encourage you to go back and read that. And you say, my, how you forget. So I get called out and I hear I'm crazy. Well, these emails, I don't know what you're talking about. You're sending me a essay. I don't know anything about what you're talking about in that. I swear to God, I don't know what you mean. I'm tempted to show it because it's so outrageous. Maybe you guys can help me decipher. If the person would give me permission to share it, we'll sit here and try to. If you want to email me back and give me permission to share it, I'll read it in front of everybody. I don't have anything to hide, whoever that was. I don't know. It's not even about this topic, I don't think, guys, but I just didn't understand what it was. The stuff that I've said that I've repeated, I know. It's obvious with her behavior, like something's not right. I don't know which part. You'd have to, perpetrator, you'd have to tell me exactly which part. That if she's on drugs, is that the part? Is that? She says goes out saying every day that because I sniff on here, I'm on drugs. But he just has said that she is currently using, and that's just what he says. But that doesn't mean, obviously, it's not absolute proof. No. You just, I guess, with that. But if you mention something specific, perpetrator, if I don't know exactly specifically what you mean, I don't think there's really any new information in it. I don't think I really outed anything. It's stuff that's already known just because we got her supposed boyfriend confirming to me, I have the part of the call I showed, the minute and a half that recorded of it. Just to prove I did talk to him. Thankfully, it was it's funny because like what Nicolina said, I thought the same thing. I've never had something like that happen. Of course, like the call didn't record only part of it. Only a minute and a half out of 2 hours. But it was almost like that's because I was not supposed to have it. But it's like the universe gave me a minute and a half of it to show people and be like, it did happen, just so I have some proof. It's weird. I don't know why. I've never had that happen. My calls today from Fred recorded fine. So I was shocked to go back and see that. I was like, what the hell? I don't know if there's something that people can do to not be, I don't know. I don't think so. He even said, though, that he didn't care if I was recording him. I told him I was. Yeah, and if everyone wants to go in and see what was said, if you go to Empress Ziggy, my other channel where I do tarot, and you go to my 2 lives ago, not the last one, but the one before that, and go towards the end, that's when you'll see him come in chat. If anybody like Whistle While You Lurk or somebody wants to go grab those for whatever, if you go back to my live 2 days ago at the very end, you just go to the end, you'll see him in chat. Oh yeah, I knew there'd be backlash. I knew it. I knew it was going to be like, it's always going to be like this, guys. It's never going to be 100% of people like on board. It's just impossible. But some people, they don't care how they get attention. They don't care how they get the numbers. They don't care how they make the money. They don't care how they get the views. Just so they do, just as long as they do. They'll talk about, they don't care if they're being completely honest or being a good person. But for some reason, I was born with this unfortunate sensitivity where I feel bad even to people, even I feel bad hurting somebody else, even people who have hurt me the worst way possible. Like after I sit and think about it, I start to feel bad. Which I shouldn't feel bad. I should not feel bad. I absolutely should not. I did not go after her maliciously. I did not go to their level. I don't talk about this every day like she did. Sniffing can cause by anxiety. Ignore dumb people. Oh, well, thank you, Aussie Trisha. Oh, you have a bandit. Oh my gosh. Your picture. That's Band-Aid. That looks like my Band-Aid, but that looks like a papillion, actually. Oh, I've probably seen it before. See how my mirror, I'm sure I've seen it before, actually. Papillion, yeah. She looks like Band-Aid. I call Bandit is his name, but I sometimes call him Band-Aid. I don't know why. Caitlin started calling him Band-Aid, and then, But to the person who is emailing me, if you're okay with me showing the emails, just let me know. So people could help me understand what you mean. Yeah, it's conscience. But why doesn't anybody else have a conscience? Except maybe many of us, except the many in here that I just don't understand. Yeah, but I know I sniff all the time, and but You guys, it's not because of my using. I think you guys could tell by my behavior. Yeah, I'm a little cray-cray, but that's just my personality. You like Band-Aid? Yeah, especially at oh, yeah, you do have one that kind of looks like Bandit a lot. Oh, Band-Aid because he sticks to me. Oh, that's a good one. That's yeah, and that's true. That's the thing. I do. I know a lot of these people. Come here, Bandit. Come here, Bandit. A lot of these people have mental problems and are struggling. And we're all at different places in our life. Like, if you would have caught me, if I was on YouTube back in my, when I was younger, I'm going to mention my 20s again, when I was using, it would have been it would have been different. Way different. But yeah, I can tell that something's not right with her. And I'm not saying that to be a bitch or anything like that. I'm saying it because no, it's not normal to obsess. That's another thing he said. He said that she gets like that she obsesses and will not let things go. Like, she holds on to things forever, he said. I promise that in tuned with your gifts, you'll learn to shut off a lot of the stuff on and off. My eyes start watering every time I try to put makeup on. Sometimes, and it not every time, but when I do my eye makeup. Bandit, I need you to calm down. Telling her how to manage her diabetes? Yes! She did, about purple too. That's what he said. He said that she was obsessed with purple too. Wouldn't miss her lives. Like, they had their own rooms. They had to sleep because she would be on YouTube constantly. That's what he said anyways. But you guys, I do understand this is a scorned lover, and that she's probably begged him to stop and threatened him with whatever she has on him. I think he's on parole, so that might be not positive on that. Don't quote me on. Actually, I don't know if he is or not, actually. The mayor's reviewing me and Fred. That's probably what. Oh no. What now? 1 second. What the hell? What is wrong with this lady? Look at this. Oh, thank you, Whistle, for being a member for 2 months. Says, I love you guys. Love you guys too. So this is Jody Sue's current topic. If you'd like to go partake. Excuse me. Ew. Fred did it again. Fred on Fred crimes. Okay. So the person asking, oh, thank you, Luminous. The person asking if I talked to Fred today, yes, I did. He caught me just in time because I was up really late. I couldn't sleep last night. I was, with everything going on. Ziggy's been trying to cancel her free membership for 6UP's live coaching services for like 2 years now. Less than a paint dry, right, Justin? So, Fred, I don't think I've talked about this. I do know his bed date. Unfortunately, I talked about it on Empress Ziggy. That's right. The night that Ghost came into my chat. 6UP's lover. Anyways, I talked to the rehab lady. Unfortunately, he's going to be there in Hawkins County another month. His bed date at the rehab is February 9th. It's in Tennessee. I'm not going to say on here where exactly, but it's like, from what I can tell, it's a facility that it looks more like a halfway house type thing to me. Oh, yeah, because he was upset and, and I knew that was probably going to be my only chance to get any type of answers. Because I know how these relationships work, and, people will break up, get back together. It's a very, very toxic relationship they have going on right now. Well, that they've had for years. She said she's going to be putting out big things she's never put out before to fuck over the creators around here, and a couple other reasons to help Summer was an afterthought reason. Oh my God. Fuck over the creators. Okay. Well, why are you holding on to things, Jody Sue? That's it. She wants to, that's why people call her the mayor. She wants to be important. And also, why did she take her freaking YouTube thumbnail looks awfully familiar. Looks like she clipped that off of one of my thumbnails. Copycat. You little copycat, Jody Sue. I'm very flattered. So February 9th. So those were, have been helping with that situation. Might want to know that because we didn't know. We were kind of in limbo about as far as how long he was going to be in there. So we didn't know about whether we should put money on certain things and stuff like that. I'm learning a lot of the names on here. Acting lessons. I felt bad for her at first. I did. That's why at first I was easy on Jody Sue, even though I knew I'm always my authentic self, okay? But maybe not so much on when I first started my channel, because I let people control like me too much, you know? And I'm like, I let people tell me what I should and should not put out, and instead of going by my gut, you know, and that's where I'm messed up. I just need to stick to what I believe is right. And even if I end up being wrong and put out something I shouldn't have, you know, then I have to own it and either try to correct it or apologize. But yeah, early on, I was supported. I didn't ever believe Jody Sue and the Scream, and it was obvious, you guys, if you listen to my old lives, like early on, like in September and of 2021 and stuff, in October, I spoke out about it immediately, but everybody was so in support of Jody Sue at the time, and I was a new creator, and I was new to YouTube, and I kind of let public opinion dictate me on that situation until I went to Tennessee December 2021 and saw how weird she was acting. Then I was like, okay, I can't keep quiet about my feelings on her anymore. And I've never, ever since changed my belief on Jody Sue. Ever. I had the same beliefs on Jody Sue the entire time, and have been open about it since December of 2021. Very relatable. Yeah, because people come on here and try to act perfect or better than, or like they, you know, and I come out here transparent and am honest about things that people would be like, oh no, don't say that on there. You're going to get torn to pieces, or, you know, and people still say that to me today. You guys, my friends, you're my friends. You don't want me to get back to that place. I mean, it was really, you guys, I can't even believe the difference in this channel from a year ago. I was in such a different mindset, but people will have to understand I was mourning. I don't know how many times I have to say that. And I asked for grace and did not get it, except from the few in here, some in here. She is attention hungry. I guess she's always been like that. You don't believe a Scream? No. Hey, Joe. Yeah, women are supposed to have good instincts. They're supposed to be like a mama bear. But this community is mostly women, and unfortunately, I'm seeing like we've seen a lot of stupidity and ignorance. Oh, thank you, wrote me this. It was the worst. It seriously was. I've never experienced something like that. Like a death so shocking and stuff. Okay. I've never had something like that so horrible happen. Okay. And people don't understand that. And then on top of that, to be dealing with people contacting his family. I couldn't even go to the funeral because of YouTube. Do you guys not get it? YouTube ruined my chance to go to Jim's funeral because they interfered and went and told sister's lies and made things so fucking weird. I couldn't even go to the funeral because it would disrupt the funeral. Which, in a way, I didn't want to see him like that anyways. But I couldn't even go console his mother, who I was very close to, and you guys fucking ruined the relationship. Ruined it. I haven't talked to her since. How come people are okay with that? She's one of the best people I've ever fucking met. But I can't go around because of the other drama, you know, in the family. And, you know, they're like bothering her with it and stuff. And I don't want them pestering her with that shit, with YouTube drama. Oh, Ziggy said Jim didn't want, you know, they were going and telling his mom, like the sisters were going and telling the mom, like, oh, that I was talking shit about Jim. And this was all because of YouTube, because of those pieces of shit reaching out to his sisters within days of his passing. Just to fucking torment me and hurt me. How is it okay? I know. I've never seen something affect somebody's real life, like as far as in this community, like that shit around that time affected my life so bad. The internet, everything, it was crazy. And they continued and continued, and then sitting there up there and people cheering them on saying I killed Jim. What the fuck? Seriously, my chance to go to the funeral was completely ruined because of YouTube. I couldn't even go to the dinners, you know, at Olive Garden to eat with a family. No, I ran into his mom at Olive Garden when she was meeting up with other family after, you know, to support each other after Jim's death. They were all gathering together, and I didn't know they were going to be there. And I was out to eat with somebody. I guess who walked in, like a bunch of his family and his mom. And I couldn't even go talk to any of them. I had to leave. I had to get up and leave. And I went to his mom and I said, you know, I couldn't even talk to his mom. I talked to his sister, his other sister, his older sister who was there. And I said, I'm so sorry. And she was standoffish. She didn't know what was going on either. And she told me it was probably best that I didn't go talk to his mom and stuff because of all the YouTube stuff. It's because of fucking them. Because of the shit they were telling his sisters, and they were reporting back to his mom. His sisters are in active addiction. The sisters that they were freaking collaborating with. And it's just unreal. But of course they were going to be mad hearing from the jerks that in a private conversation, I was telling one of them, it was a private conversation that was not supposed to be out on YouTube. It was private. And we were talking about, it was me and it's Cindy. And I was talking to her about that, how sad it was about everything. And we got to talking about his twin sisters and how, like they've had a rough, they put their mother through a lot, and Jim really loved his mother. I mean, we had to take off from West Virginia many times to go save his mom because they like totaled her vehicle or they stole something or you know what I mean? Like, so, and they teamed up with, I mean, out of everybody in the family, you know what I mean? But it makes sense. They got people, they really affected my life. I couldn't even sit and eat dinner with him. I couldn't even go hug his mother. I had to go hide. I had to go like around and make sure she didn't see me because I didn't want to upset her. I didn't want her to have to deal with that stuff or to, I tried calling her and stuff, but I could tell it was just, it just would stress her and stuff. And I didn't want her to have to hear my side and then their side, my side. You know what I mean? Well, at a time like that, it'd be different if it was like a year after his death or something like this or something like that. But this was like the next day. Within days, they're contacting Jim's sisters. It just doesn't make sense to me that that's not true, Jim. How do you know? Ironic. How would you know that Jim's mother wanted nothing to do with me? Could it be what the hell? That is absolutely not true. At all. I've never had a problem with Jim's mom. We've never had issues. She loved me to death. The whole relationship. It wasn't until it was that incident on YouTube that caused the shit. In my heart, I knew it would just cause more pain, me being around with everything going on with his sisters and the YouTube stuff. I didn't want that drama around her. Nobody should have ever reached out to the family when they were grieving. Ever. I would like to know what I'm a liar about. Sitting there yelling, I'm the biggest liar you've ever seen, or I'm a liar. You need to name specifics and proof, please. Everybody else has to have receipts. Come up here. Hey, all these, the people calling me a liar. Come up here and address it. Let's talk it out. You don't want to talk it out, though, do you? You want content. Yeah, Smoke. You just have to the truth always comes to light. Yeah. But see, the sisters were mourning too, and then as they're mourning, they're hearing, oh, their brother wanted nothing to do with them. Ziggy says their brother wanted nothing to do with them. I mean, come on. These people did not even, they wanted content so bad and they wanted to hurt me so bad that they did not care what they did to an entire family by going to the sisters while they were mourning his death Don't they? Did they think about how that would affect him or affect the sisters? What that could do to them? And of course, they're going to go to the rest of the family and complain because you guys just don't understand. I wasn't telling the Cindy story right. Really? The whole call, there's nothing else to show. Everything is out there. Our whole conversation's on YouTube, on this channel. The only times me and her have ever talked on the phone are on YouTube. We've never had any private conversations, me and Cindy, except after Jim passed, and those calls are on YouTube. There's one, if you scroll down, I reposted it on my community wall, I don't know, a week ago or so. And then if you go to my videos and then search, just type Cindy, CYNDI with the I at the end, you'll see, I think it's with the I, maybe it's not, maybe it's her, I don't remember. Just search Cindy, different spellings, and you'll find I have 2 calls that are posted. And I think there's another, I probably have another call where I need to look and see. There was like, me and her had like 3 or 4 calls total. And that's the only time we ever talked on the phone. And that was after Jim passed. So I didn't text with her or anything. She was in a Discord group with me. She would always be in chats, and I would talk to her like I talk to you guys, like many of you guys. But no, we didn't have a one-on-one relationship like I have with maybe like Country Girl or Jam or Jane, or you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. So there was no opportunity for me to try to, I don't know what, for them to say I'm not saying it right, then, or telling it right, we'll show the proof. Like instead of just like, yeah, that's true, RJ. I try. One second. Somebody's wanting to come up on panel that hasn't been up on panel for a long time, so I'm sending them a link. Okay. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So, hey, here's the deal is like I've been with you, or I was with you for a long time. Yes, like I was there with the whole Cindy situation. There was things that happened and everything, but here is everybody needs to understand is Cindy's a grown woman. She made her choice whether, to give you the money. You paid her back, right? So the jerks need to stop fighting for her. They need to stop putting like all this information out about, oh, what you did to Cindy. No, let's look at the facts here. Lady CG and Lolita was actually a scammer.
Yeah.
She's the one that got in touch probably with Cindy, who then Cindy told Lolita everything about your guys' conversation, and then
Yeah.
set up that conversation Lolita did with Jim's family. So that conversation that you were having with Cindy was a personal conversation. And
Mhm.
Cindy is the one that went to Lolita. That's who I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. It could have been any of the jerks, and told them about that.
Yeah,
And
and when she
they're the
told me, she
ones.
begged me not to say anything. She told me not to say anything. And then she went and said something. It made it look bad, like I was hiding something.
Yeah, and you weren't hiding anything. And
Oh, I was
then,
just on my
but
request.
they went personal. They went, real life on you, which they had no right to do. The jerks didn't. Nor
Mhm.
did Cindy, because she just thought you weren't going to pay her back. But what if, there's no what ifs. She's been paid back. Now stop it, the jerks. Leave it alone. Stop it.
Yeah.
It's all
There's
done and
nothing.
over with,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
mean,
they hurt you.
what else
They
can I
hurt
do?
you.
What else can I do? I mean, for Cindy,
There's nothing you can
what
do.
else can I
She's
do?
a
I'm not
grown
going to admit
ass woman. She made the
they want me to
choice.
think that I scammed her or that I took advantage of her. How? I never even talked to her before.
You didn't take
I've never.
advantage of her. You had a lot of people don't know what happened back then, but you were having a meltdown of that night. And I remember it very well. And you were literally like probably not even in your right mind at that moment because of everything that was happening.
Yeah,
She
no, I
chose
wasn't.
to reach out to you. She chose to do what she did. Now, granted, you accepted it. I don't
Yeah,
think you would at this time, now that you're like
because
fully
I've learned from
aware.
that.
Yeah. And
I mean, I
plus, you
do.
weren't in
People
the
do
right
loan me.
mind either.
There
Like,
has
you
been a
were,
few people who have loaned me money, but not like that. You know what I mean? And I've always paid it
well,
back.
that's your
And that's
business. That's your
yeah.
business. That's nobody's business here on
I don't
YouTube,
try to. Yeah. So.
you know?
Uh,
And I wouldn't bring it here on YouTube. That's your business, Ziggy. If people decide to do that, that's on them. And it's up to you if you accept it and when you pay it back. It's nobody else's business. It's your real life.
and so that credit card increase thing. What that was it wasn't it was an increase attempt. It was what it said, an increase attempt, but it didn't go through. It's something I even forget how that whole thing went down, but wouldn't it be pretty stupid for me to increase the limit? And don't you guys think that I wasn't that's illegal? I can't use money that was not
Yeah,
loaned to
no,
me.
exactly.
I can't
And
get
here,
more.
I'm gonna be like, I think Cindy's a really nice person. I think she had good intentions at that time. I think
Yeah.
somebody got in her ear and did what they and made it so she believed like there was gonna be issues. I don't
Yeah.
think she did it out of ill will. I don't think she was trying. I think that people, aka Lady CG, Lolita, who told so many lies that a lot of people believed, got in her ear.
Yeah,
And
and actually, keep going. I'm gonna look
I
for what
I wish Cindy well. I think she's an amazing person, and I think you feel the same way. Like, I think at that moment you were appreciative of what she did. But
Oh man.
I also
Yeah.
think that there's a lot of people that probably butt their nose where they shouldn't have put it in and caused a lot of problems, you know? So that's what I have to say is I don't think Cindy's a bad person. I just think that there was a lot of things happening, and I think that, she should
I
never
listened
have
to it.
told your guys' conversation to Lolita, which in turn Lolita used it against you. And there was so much that happened.
Yeah.
But when it comes
you know
to
what? I need to say something real quick because I just remembered something and I can't find it, but somebody sent me a screenshot where Cindy is actually asking people to please, or for them to please stop mentioning the loan. So Cindy is actually, I have to give her credit for that. So she said it's paid back, and she wants people to stop it. So thank you, Cindy, for speaking up. And I am so sorry that this all happened. I really am. Like, it was a freaking, just a mess, like a confused, huge mess that they created. And it just confused everybody. And Cindy got freaking went, through in the middle of it. I truly believe, like, some people think that she did it, she was part of a setup, but I don't think so. With that, I really think she's very easily swayed. Like, she's very so.
And I agree with you. I think she was swayed. 100% she was swayed. And but I also think she's a good person. And I also think that at that time, you didn't know what you were going to do. Like, Jim had been your rock. And listen, I can tell you, I've been in some bad relationships and I've said some really crappy stuff about other people, that I've been with. So I get it. Like, you had vented sometimes about Jim, but it wasn't because you didn't love him. You loved him with all your heart. There's sometimes where it's just hard in relationships. And I think people took it literally on here. And people don't know what was happening behind your door at your home. Nobody knew that your daughter looked up to him like no other, that he meant the world to her. That
I would always talk to him. He would come. I would always talk about on here how he was, coming over to pick her up or bring her food, or, I never like hid the fact that he was involved ever.
Yeah. Well, and I know you and I don't talk like we used to before a lot of this, but like, I remember you and I were on a phone call and you're like, oh gosh, my daughter just called Jim because she wants him to come pick her up and they are going to go like somewhere to eat. Like, they were super, super close. So ultimately, by what the jerks did with Jim's family, it didn't, yes, it hurt you, but the one person it did hurt was your daughter, and she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that at all. So I hope you jerks are happy about that, because she looked at him as a father. She counted on him as a father. And guess what you all did? So you know what? You should be proud of that. Not really. I'm joking. Because that little girl looked at him like no other. And in her mind, she still wanted you guys together.
And well, and who knows, it's not like we hadn't broke up before and got back together. I mean, it was basically still the same, except, yes, and he did see somebody else, like, once he started this. I mean, actually, he saw somebody first before I did, like, so people give me a hard time about that. It's like, he's the first and sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna grab him.
But I mean, that's just how I feel right now. And like, you went through so much at that moment. Like, I can't hold you accountable for anything that night, those first 2 days after Jim passed away, because you were irate. You were angry at the world. And I think you were more angry that you weren't there when he did pass. And people don't understand that. And people need to give a little bit of leeway to you right now. Not just a little, a lot. Because they're not in your shoes.
Yeah. Sorry about. I do understand Cindy. The thing is, she has. I was sent a screenshot where she was saying like she wants the loan to be stopped being brought up. But it's true, she did go into White Boys recently and was saying she went out there on her own accord and started talking about me when he was talking about Cam, and cam scam stuff. So, you know, I just don't understand why Cindy does that. Like one day she'll be like, she wants it to stop. And the next day I don't know why.
Well,
You know?
hopefully what she said today stands, and that she keeps your name out of her mouth, and she understands like you were not doing it viciously or anything to hurt her when you accepted her offer, and that it meant the world to you, and that you don't want to talk about it either anymore, and just let it go, Cindy. Let it go.
Yeah. You know, and I think though, unfortunately, she's kind of, she wants to be part of a group so bad and be accepted in that group. And I think that she's so influenced by them that she's not going to let it go unless they do. Because they're going to sit there and pressure her and sit there and, you know.
Well, I hope that Cindy will learn that not everyone on YouTube is your friend, you know? And I hope that she realizes that one day soon, and especially realizes that look at Lolita. Who would have known that she lied so much? Come on,
right?
Cindy, come on.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the thing, is I'm not well liked at all, Z, around the YouTube streets. And I sure in the hell wasn't liked in your Discord, because I say it like it is. And a lot of people in there hated me in your Discord because I was not about to play a part in there and be like, oh, I like you so much. No, I'm not like that. I say it like it is. And that's okay. I don't need to be liked. I don't know. I will tell everybody, and I don't know if anybody, I hope that everybody will do this. Go watch the new Cat Williams interview from 3 days ago.
Okay.
And I'm not joking you, because what he says is true. Is I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to say how it is. And if you don't like it, oh well. Move the F on. And that's how I'm saying it right now, Ziggy, this is the facts. We all know 6 Up couldn't keep your name out of her mouth. For how many months? The
years,
shit she did. Is it okay what you did a couple of days ago with her ex-boyfriend? You did it out of emotion. If anyone knows you, Ziggy, you do a lot of things out of emotion quickly.
He contacted me. I didn't do anything out of it. I mean, he was like begging. He came into my chat. That's how that happened. He went into my chat on Empress Ziggy while I was live. It's there. If people pull up the video 2 days ago.
Yeah, but he's an ass. He was an ass to you a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You know that. I want to believe if effing word out of his or 6 Up's mouth. Right. You know, I say it like it is. So he needs to move the F on and stay out of your life, and so does 6 Up.
Oh, I texted him and I said, I texted him. I said, don't come to me ever again. I said, if that was you posting it, which I know it probably was, unless, you know, I could have been 6 Up posting under his account, but I haven't heard from him. So I'm sure it was him. And, you know, I told him, I said, dude, I don't want to be a part of this. You know, please don't contact me again.
This is kids games. This is kids games. Oh, I'm going to contact your enemy. This is junior high shit.
Yeah.
Man the F up. If you really love 6 Up, not you, him, then stay over there. Stay in your lane and leave Ziggy the hell alone.
I thought it was shitty how he tried to, but I mean, of course, he's going to, who knows what 6 Up has on him, and he's gonna, you know, they're blackmailing each other.
Oh yeah, you know they are. But you know what? This is what toxic relationships do. And then, like you said, they'll be back together. It's a love-hate kind of deal over there. They love to hate each other. And you know what? Good on them. Have fun at it.
Lip lock, what do you mean the tipping? If it was a tipping point and you still feel that way, I don't know why you're here. I saw you the other day Lip Lock, saying that I use Jim to emotionally manipulate. And then you act like then you wonder why I'm upset with you and you're blocked. You know how hurtful that was, the stuff you were saying about me, Lip Lock?
I think it
I
takes
looked at
time
you like
for
a
all
freaking
everyone.
grandmother. You freaking really has been one of the main ones that have hurt me. Just so you know.
And you know, when you say this, if you know
Credit line,
Ziggy,
there was no credit line increase. Do you think if there was a credit line increase and it was approved, wouldn't people know that she would know I used extra money? And that's
okay,
illegal?
Ziggy, let's be honest here with them. Cindy gave you a lot of her personal shit that you could have, but you're not a scammer, used against her. Okay, people? So stop the bullshit. She gave Ziggy everything about herself. And Ziggy has not taken advantage of her. So shut your mouth, whoever's saying that. I'm not even looking at chat, but you guys have no idea the whole backstory of this. And if you don't know the story, then shut up. Ziggy hasn't took anyone for anything.
No, it doesn't even make sense. Like, she's paid back at this point. What else can I do?
There is nothing you can do other than say a truce with her. Thank you, Cindy, for doing what you did at that time. That was really nice of you. But let it go. Cindy, let it go.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll you know, I'm not going to freaking talk about it anymore. This is just stressful. Why do I want to talk? This is negative. You know, it's not, yeah, people like the drama and stuff. It might be, some of it might be fun for them, but this is my life. This is
real life on you.
Big time. First time of my life.
Trying to go real life on the 6-up right now. But you know what? Keep your shit over in your lane, 6-up. Keep your boyfriend in check. If you can't keep him in check, let him go, but tell him to stay the F away from Ziggy. It's pretty simple. There's better things to do with your life, 6-up. And the jerk, stay the F away from Ziggy. She doesn't give a shit about you guys anymore. You're ex-mods for a reason. Deal with it. Go on, be happy. Leave her alone.
Yeah, I mean, she offered, I mean, whatever, but Jane, you don't think she meant it towards me? Well, still, she did make that comment about Jim a couple days ago, and that was really talking about how using him to emotionally manipulate. Like, you know, I just couldn't believe that Liplock said that. And after she had apologized to me, and then coming here and say something, what else could it have been that she meant by that comment about the credit line? That was the tipping point for her.
I know Ziggy, and I know that she really loved, or loves even, I say loves still, Liplock. Because like you've said, she reminds you of your grandma. And I think that you were very much hurt with the whole situation.
She's younger,
and that
not that I'm that as my grandma, but she's, you know, my grandma is like 15 years older than her. But yeah, she looks exactly like my grandmother. And I mean, I thought Liplock knew me better than that. To be honest, I'm disappointed.
And that's okay. Everybody can be disappointed.
But that's why she's here, because that's why she's here right now. Like when others aren't, because I unblocked her. I mean, I've allowed her to be here for a reason. There's a reason why she's here, and you know, certain other ones aren't allowed here.
Well, and like you said to her, I'm disappointed. And it's good that you say that. Liplock should know you are disappointed because you do love her. It's okay to say that. You're a good person, Ziggy, but let all these
But you,
other negative souls not eat at you because they're just looking for shit and it's not even worth it. You know? You're doing good. Look at what you've been doing on YouTube. Look at all of it.
you don't have to leave. You don't have to leave. I might have misread that chat, but like, did you not a couple days ago say something about me using Jim to emotionally manipulate? Okay, that's what hurt me. I don't care about this other petty stuff with this, everything else. But Jim, that's a different thing. You saying that really hurt. That's it. Yeah. But we don't have to keep going on about it. It's just, how she knows Lip Lock knows how I feel about it, and it is what it is. We're going to just move forward. I hope. That's what I'm hoping.
That's all you can do.
It is what it is. Like,
that's all you can do is move forward, Ziggy. You're doing the right thing. And hopefully she can move forward with you because you do respect her. She's older than you, and there is a lot of love there. And I hope Lip Lock knows that.
Yeah. You were lied to, Lip Lock, it's obvious. I mean, come on, look at these people. I don't know how you're in you're also a mod in Tragedy Pimps and stuff. I mean, come on.
I think Lip Lock's a mod everywhere. I don't know if she believes everything out there.
That's where the screenshot came from. He was participating in a live where they were talking shit about me, and that's when she said the emotional manipulation thing. And that's what that's what somebody sent me and sent a screenshot of. And it was like just a few days ago too, or a week ago, maybe at most.
Yeah.
So, and somebody sent it to me, and that's what hurt. There was really no way to misunderstand that one.
Right. And maybe she can, send you an email explaining,
That's all what they did to me when Jim passed away and harassed me and accused me of killing him. There's nothing to figure out. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
Nothing more to figure out. It's paid off. A credit line increase a credit line increase happened. Me and her were going through the menus. I think I explained this before on a previous live. Like, you can put a request in through. We were going through the menu because we were calling customer service together, and I was in the menu. There is a part that says something about a request a credit line increase. Don't you guys understand that
It sounds like Cindy was on the phone with you, so why is it still an issue? Again, that's
the only thing I can think of when it could have happened. Because I remember, that's the only time I can think of. And that was the night we were talking, but there was no increase. No increase went through. And even if okay, let's say it did. Wouldn't you think that would be really stupid of me to use money that's theft. I'm not that dumb.
Yep, exactly. And again, it's nobody's business on YouTube what you and Cindy were doing.
It's like
everybody wants. She's been paid back. It's not a scam. You know what a scam is? Is that the people actually don't get their money back. Come on, people, get with the program here.
For credit line increases, I think people think you have to call in and talk and talk to the people and stuff like that. No, it's like something it's what I mean. It was nothing like it did not happen like that. It was an accident. That's all I can think of. There was no credit line increase. And just think, like, why would I request a credit line increase? And if it get approved and I use the money, isn't that like theft? Isn't that some type of crime? I wasn't told I could use that. I was told I could use the balance on what was on it when I was given it. So, I don't have felonies. I don't have theft on my record, and I would never, ever risk something like that. Besides, I guarantee you, Cindy was so like, oh, just spend whatever you like. If I would have asked her if I could try to get an increase, she probably would have been like, oh, sure, go ahead. But you guys, it is what it is. It's all paid off and it's done now.
Yep. There's nothing else to say about it. It's done. And there's nothing wrong with Cindy. She is mentally able to make her decisions on her own. So you all just need to stop. And, that it's just not even worth talking about anymore. It's not a scam. She's paid back. Y'all need to just leave it alone. It's over.
Yeah. And I'll leave it alone too. But I mean, I will. It's just that I know they won't. It's just, I'm probably going to have.
You know what? If they don't, then that's on them. You did what you needed to do, Ziggy, and that is you paid it off. You're not a scammer. You didn't scam her. So just.
Yes, they did do that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Stormy. But yes, they did. They pulled up every single transaction I made in front of everybody and showed everything that I had purchased.
And I think I really, really hope that Cindy tells them to leave it alone. I really do. I mean, like I said, I think that Cindy is a good person, and I think that she will. I have faith in her, and that's all we can hope.
Yeah, somebody texted me and said you didn't request an increase. They asked her if she wanted an increase. Oh, did they? So it was really Cindy? Did she fucking? Oh my God, dude.
It's okay. It's all right.
I seriously don't remember, but I seriously don't remember exactly how the freaking I thought that's the only thing I can think of, guys. So that's the only thing I can think of when it could possibly happen. But then you would think it would have been all my calls are recorded. I don't know. But then somebody just texted me and said that she had requested or asked for it.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm just glad it's over with, and that hopefully it will just die, there's no reason for it to keep coming up. You did what you needed to do, right?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what else I could possibly do. I'm not going to come on here and lie and say that I took advantage of her.
You didn't. I don't think you even knew what you were doing at that moment. Honestly, I don't think you did. I'm not trying to be rude. You know this, Ziggy, but when you're going through something as traumatic as what you went through, listen, I've lost my father, and I don't remember 2 or 3 days after he passed away.
Yeah.
I stood at his funeral and I couldn't even cry because I was numb. So people, if you've lost someone, you understand what it is like. And just because you had been going through some stuff with Jim doesn't mean you didn't love him.
I mean, look what's 6 up. What would happen if your boyfriend would pass right now while you guys are arguing? Would it be okay for us to be like, if you're up here crying and stuff, for us to be like, why, making fun of you and stuff, and why are you were sleeping with another man, and seriously, and that's the person were with for 5 years. I was double that almost.
Yep. But nobody wants to think about that until they go through it.
Yeah, they tried to get me in trouble with the law too. They called law enforcement and tried to have me press charges on me for elder abuse, guys. When I had never talked to Cindy before ever, and alone, on the phone or anything.
Well, and if you talk to Cindy, she's not elderly, so I don't know
I know.
why they did that. So there you have it. And you know
I
what?
didn't
If
think
she
she
wants
was elderly. I
she
didn't know
wants to
she was.
stay young, then she can stay young, you know? Like, again, it was people putting stuff in her ear over there and making her believe or do, you know, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Liplock, I mean, my phone calls with her are out there. Liplock, did you listen to them? The whole conversation of how it went down. I don't know how how clear it could be. Like, our only conversations were out there. I never had talked to Cindy before that first call, the day that Jim passed away. I never talked to her privately. She was in a Discord group with me, but
I just remember from the old days of, like, you know, she would send you, you know, super chats, and you didn't ask for them. She just did it on her own.
yeah.
And she always seemed super nice and sincere. And so I guess I think that a lot of people were in her ear, which is sad.
Right. That's what happened. There was just a lot of confusion. I think that I'm going to move on from this. You know, but at least I'm going to try. I'm sure they're going to still continue the same way they have for the past year.
Well, I hope not. I hope that they leave you alone and let it be, because it's just ridiculous, you know? They need to let it go.
Yeah, I did. You guys, I was so, when Cindy, I will say it once, I was so thankful because I don't know what I would have done. I don't know how things would have turned out had she not loaned that to me. You know, I'm sure I would have figured it out, but it's just, I was so thankful, and for it just came crashing down so quickly. I just could not believe it. I didn't know what happened. It was so confusing. I mean, these people that were like my biggest supporters had suddenly, I didn't understand. Like, we were talking, I didn't know the whole time that they were planning something in the background.
I didn't know they were either, because I wasn't included in any of that crap in Discord. Like I told you, nobody.
Yeah, people were scared to support me. That's really what it was. People were scared to support me. They did that purposely. And I've heard from creators who've contacted me and told me that they singled out creators one by one and contacted people one by one to get them, you know, tell them like, oh, Ziggy talks shit about you, this, that, you know, and the other. They were doing that to everybody. That's how they were able to pull that shit off. They convinced people that I talk shit about them, that I don't like them, but they weren't ever showing me proof. These people just I think because of the sheer number of people, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. Like, I used to really, really care about Soup too, and she's proven another one, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, that I mean, me and her weren't close or anything, but I did meet her at a vigil and stuff, and I don't know. It's some people's pride, I think, is what it is. It's like they don't want to admit that they could have been wrong, you know. They don't want to admit their wrongs for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're a part of it. You know, I'm only asking you to, and just like today, somebody told me that they were asked if they were found out that they were wrong about 6-Up, which they used to absolutely, I mean, oh my gosh, they could not stand 6-Up. People asked them if they would apologize if they ended up being wrong, and they all at the same time yelled no. You would never catch me, guys, saying no, I won't apologize if I'm wrong. I don't have hate in my heart. That's hate. That's anger. That's like, that's just pride. I don't have that. If I'm wrong, we're all human. You're wrong. Like if you're wrong, you're wrong. And just so I can't imagine being like that. I'm just not like that.
I will
Sometimes
apologize when I'm wrong because I'm not perfect and nobody's perfect. And if you think you're perfect, I feel bad for you, right? Nobody's perfect out there. But you know what? YouTube, Streetz, people think they are, so let them think it, right? We already know.
at the end of the day, you're trying to help a little girl called Summer get some justice. Oh, well, thank you guys. I agree. I don't have to really I don't have to do anything. It will naturally things will come to light. I mean, it might be another freaking 2 years of this, but I don't know. I feel, I don't know how many times people have to see the
That is one of
truth
my
to,
favorite sayings is what happens in the dark will come to light. And
yeah.
believe me, it does.
Yeah, I agree.
So
That's what me and, Fred was telling me today. He's like, he's just like, just keep telling your truth, just he's like, people just can't handle the truth. They want to know the truth, but they can't handle the truth. Because they don't want, they want certain things to happen how they thought it was going to happen because they want to be right.
Yep. And he's right. And it's true.
I mean,
That's true.
I wasn't all in the right at all. I shouldn't have accepted that huge loan, really. Like, I mean, I don't know. I was in a tough position. I don't know. Like, but I totally 100%, I never thought anything of it because I knew I was going to pay it back. Like, never in my mind was it, like, oh, I'm going to try to get out of paying it back. No, like.
Right. You weren't doing it to not pay it back. You were doing it because you needed it and you were thankful somebody had reached out and offered to help you. And that's okay, But the aftermath of all of this, yeah, no, I'm sure you'll never do it again. And I wouldn't either if I was you.
Yeah.
You always want to think people have a good heart. And I still do believe Cindy's intentions when she did it was with a good heart. I just think like people got in her ear.
She did initially. It really seemed like she was, but also, she does. I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about her at this point. I just want to move on.
Yeah.
I was about to, not bad about her. It's not bad. It's just like things I just want to.
Yeah, let's move on.
So, all right. Let's go ahead and end this and just freaking, this is so like over, gone over, like, oh, it's boring at this point, in my opinion.
Right.
I live it daily. You guys don't. Like, this is so boring to me. Like, how many times do I have to like repeat this story and show proof and like.
You know what? You can show as much proof as you want. People are still, if they believe that you're in the wrong, even though you're not, they're going to make sure that they continue to spew that. And you just got to ignore it because people are not good people out there,
Yeah.
Know your worth. Know, like Fred said, know your truth. And don't let them get to you because people love to get under other people's skin.
Hey, Judy,
And you got it. You got this. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for letting me come up.
Thank you so much for coming up.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
All right. Good night. You have a JS or Jody Sue issue you need to take a look into? I know. I hear. That's what I hear. I hear she's on one over there. That's what I don't know. She's silly. Productive. Yeah, I think so too, actually, lip lock. Because now you know it's out in the open why you knew like my issue was, and it is what it is, and we're gonna just move forward. At least I'm gonna move forward, you know. Send me a little money. It was no one's business until his circle jerks made it everyone and told lies. Oh, well, thank you, Zeddy Carr. I have somebody, well, thank you, Liplock. Means a lot. I have somebody like it's concerning, emailing me some crazy stuff, guys. I don't know what this person is sending me. I don't know. Come up on panel, this person. Telling me they're just threatening me with the justice system and stuff like that, but not telling me who they are. To the person emailing me, I have no idea. She's bitching about green eyes. Like I'm close to green eyes or something. Like she thinks I'm in on something with green eyes. It's crazy. Well, I've seen this is emails I got from this person before. Like she sent me stuff like this before, and I just ignore them because I don't understand what she's talking about. I'm not trying to be rude about, ma'am, I don't understand what I might have talked to. I do remember a person named Wendy that you're mentioning, talking to somebody on the phone with a Wendy. But I don't know what guy you're talking about real life and green eyes and stuff like that. I swear to God. Here, I guess I can go ahead. I'll take out the, even though I kind of need a break, though, I'm wondering if I should maybe just come back and go over it. I probably should take a break and then we'll address this email thing here in a couple hours because I don't understand this. Unless she sends me something that where I remember, I don't want to I'm not trying to part her business out or whoever that person is or anything like that. It's crazy. She's threatening me. It sounds like, to me, Ziggy Valero. That's who it reminds me of. That's what how she's talking and stuff sounds exactly like Ziggy Valero. But I don't think it is. Grab IP address. Thank you, Riddle. I'll go live here a little bit and we'll go over it unless because she's threatening me, so I feel like I can show them. She's threatening me over and over again. It's crazy. Well, maybe you guys will know what she's talking about. She's acting like she's going to expose me and this and that. I'm like, okay, come up here and expose me. Expose me to 500 people right now. I have zero to hide, lady. I don't know what you think I know or what do you think I was a part of, but you're wrong. I promise you. And if this person, Wendy, you said I talked to, you know how many people I talked to on the phone? I don't remember my conversation with a Wendy and what it was about. I remember the name sounds familiar, but I have no idea like what our conversation was about. I mean, I've been on here for 2.5 years. I've talked to a lot of people. Every day I talk to people, subscribers, people who are close, who are locals to Summer Wells, constantly. People with information or claim to have information all the time. So I do remember a lady named Wendy, and I do remember her contacting me and saying Green Eyes was harassing her and that she was scared. But Green Eyes, me and Green Eyes don't talk. Like, what do I have to do with it? Wendy V. She's saying that I let her be starting death threats and opinions of all the masses, and you all let me be the villain attacked by the masses. 2 men came to my house who are sitting in jail that arrived on a night my son was here. I have no idea what this is. It says no viewers ever said shit nor care to tell Green Eyes about their opinions. I don't know Green Eyes like that. What the hell? I don't know him like that. You're going to have to take it up with him. Take him to court. What the hell? I'm not in on anything with Green Eyes. This person thinks I'm in on something with Green Eyes. We're going to have to come back and review this, guys. Right? What in the world? So, yeah, it sounds like some methy delusions to me. I'm not trying to embarrass this person or anything, but you're going to have to, if I start, there's 2 Green Eyes. Maybe when I go live here in a little bit, they'll come up on panel and explain it. Oh, Wendy V? No, not Wendy V. That's not her. No, I don't think so. Somebody was supposed to be like a subscriber. We're going to read her. I haven't even read the emails. We're going to read it here live. And I'm going to read them with you guys. So I only saw a couple sentences. You're going to get my real reaction. I'm not scared of anything. Somebody has an email of what they're accusing me of. I have zero to hide. But she said she is going to release something to a small channel that will rocket their channel faster and bigger than Chris McDonough. Yeah, I heard she has something on a bunch of creators that she's going to expose, and it's going to really throw a wrench in our game, or I don't know what she was talking about. All right, guys, let's take a break and take a break. And let's come back here. What did happen to the nice Wendy? Speaking of, that's got me thinking about her. She used to text me all the time, but I think that she also kind of fell off when I started getting all that hate. And it was really the hate on YouTube and stuff, and negativity was really, really, really getting to her. And she was dealing with illness and stuff. I hope to God she's okay. That just the name Wendy mentioning it stuff. That's not who the person is talking about in the email, though. Made me think of her and hope that she's okay. Very good person. If she hears this, reach out back to me. Actually, I'm gonna probably, now that I'm thinking about it, see if I have. There. Last time I heard from her was December. Yeah, see, when everything started happening. Send her a text just to see if. I know she has some health issues, so it's very likely that there's a drama channel that's friends with TM called Wendy V. Oh. All right, guys. I'll see you guys here in a bit. I just need a little bit of a break, so we'll talk later.